What's up, everyone? This is AllDestroyer229, and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 5. Last time, we continued to go through our options on trying to, well, show the world just how much of a scumbag Kamoshida is. By the day, things just get worse and worse. We did become reacquainted with Morgana, who somehow found his way into our world, and gave us a proposal to steal some sort of treasure that is within that palace, the castle that we saw earlier. Although the consequences for doing so could lead to Kamoshida's death, which is something that, although we want to make him pay, yeah, we're not down for murder. We then began, well, we were then, I suppose, a bit nosy in dealing with the affairs of one of our classmates, on Takamaki. And she told us what her woes were considering Kamoshida, that she agreed to go out with him because she wanted to help out her friend, Shiho Suzui. And Kamoshida is trying to use his influence in order to convince her to have sex with him, which is something that she is really not into. She's not into Kamoshida at all. All she wants to do is to help out her only friend. And well, I'm convinced on taking that risk that Morgana proposed to us. In this episode, we still have some time to really mull about it and try to see where Ryuji stands on this. But, well, we'll have to give him our answer sooner or later. I know where I stand, but I'll try to exhaust all other possible options. Alright, I can't do any cleaning yet. I mean, who knows exactly how trustworthy Morgana is? But I mean, he hasn't let us down so far. Well, whatever. I'll have some more time to mull about it, but for right now, we've got school in the morning. So the day moves on to Friday.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So I assume all of you know about the separation of powers. There are three branches in our government. The National Diet is legislative, the Cabinet is executive, and the Supreme Court is judiciary. This division of power provides checks and balances, which ensures no one branch becomes unstoppable.
Have you made up your mind?
What the heck are you doing here?
No matter how much thinking you do, there's only one option. You'd be better off just listening to me.
Morgana, why the hell are you in there?
Did I just hear a cat just now?
Meow!
Dude, shut up!
Could that rumored cat be somewhere nearby? Settle down! We're in the middle of an important lecture.
Damn it, I hate it when he texts during class.
If you only knew I'm reading this too.
Hey, what's that?
Enough! This is a classroom!
Wait, she's going to jump!
Suzui?
Shiho?
For real? Come
Who
on,
is
let's go.
it?
Hey, stay in your seats! Do not step foot outside of this room.
No way! Huh? Is she gonna commit suicide?
It's Suzui! Shia's
On!
Suzui!
Huh? Suzui-san? Let's go look. She jumped! She jumped! What about
Calm down! Back to your seats!
No! Why? Shiho!
Hey,
Yeah, no shit. Someone just tried to kill themselves, you idiot! Alright, come on, we gotta get moving. Alright, so the courtroom should be over this. Oh, crap. Okay, we need to head on down to the courtroom. That's down at the... this way. Okay, courtroom. It's right over here. Perfect.
class is still in session.
Shiho! What the hell's wrong with these people?
We need someone to go with her. Are there any teachers around? I'm not in charge of her class, though.
We should leave this to Principal Kobayakawa.
I'll go!
Please hurry.
Shiho. Why?
On. I'm sorry. I can't take this anymore.
Shiho? Huh? Kamoshida? No! Shiho!
Did you see that? Her leg was totally bent the wrong way. It's no good. She took a
Volleyball team.
When the paparazzi comes!
Return to your classrooms at once.
That guy. Hey, wasn't Mishima acting weird?
He knows something.
We're gonna make him talk this time.
Yeah, this has gone way too far. Come on!
Teachers, return to your classrooms for the time being. Please do not let any students go home yet.
That hurts! Why'd you run like that, huh?
I didn't run.
She jumped and tried to kill herself!
Leave me alone.
Mishima, just tell us.
He's right. We ain't trying to get you busted. We won't say you talked either.
Suzui. She was called out by Mr. Kamoshida.
Wait, what?
I was called by him a number of times too, to the teacher's room. It wasn't just me or Suzui either. He'd nominate someone when he was in a bad mood and hit them.
So the physical punishment thing was for real.
And yesterday, he called Suzui out of the blue. She didn't make any mistakes or anything. Mr. Kamoshida seemed really irritated that day, so it must have been worse than usual.
On.
He didn't. That son of a bitch!
Ryuji! That idiot! What is he going to do? Gotta stop him before he gets there. Damn it! Crap. This is not gonna end well!
Huh?
You bastard! The hell did you do to that girl?
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb with me!
That is enough!
What you did wasn't coaching.
What did you say?
You ordered me to call Suzui here. I can only imagine what you did to her.
You're going on and on about things you have no proof of. Basically, you're simply making these claims because you can't be a regular on the team, right?
That's not what this is about!
Even if it is exactly as you imagine it to be, hypothetically speaking, what can you do? We just received a call from the hospital. Suzui's in a coma, and her chances of recovery are slim. How would someone like that make a statement? There's no chance of her getting better, I hear. Oh, the poor girl.
No. That can't be.
Goddamn!
This again? Does this mean we need to have yet another case of self-defense?
You shut your mouth, you son of a bitch! Why are you stopping me?
Don't let him get to you.
But still!
Oh, you're stopping him? What a surprise. There's no need to hold back. Why not attack me? Oh, you can. But of course you can. Everyone present right now will be expelled. I'm reporting all of you at the next board meeting.
What?
What? You can't make a decision like that!
Who would seriously consider what scum like you say? You threatened me too, Mishima, so you're just as responsible.
Huh?
To think you didn't know why I kept someone as talentless as you on the team. You act like you're a victim, but you leaked his criminal records, didn't you? It's all over the internet, correct? How terrible.
Mishima?
That was you?
He told me to do it. I had no choice.
Now, are we finished here? You're all expelled. You're done for. Your futures are mine to take. Now get out of my sight.
I can't believe this asshole's getting away with this!
He won't. He'll eat his words.
Oh, right. We have that.
We have no other option.
Have you lost your minds? I don't understand what garbage like you are thinking, but go ahead and try. All you can do is wait for your disposal, though.
We can't waste any time. We gotta hurry up and go to that world and beat the shit out of that asshole!
We're not beating him up. We're simply stealing his distorted desires. Can I assume that you've made up your minds about this? About how he might suffer a mental shutdown?
I have. Someone almost died because of him. I don't give a rat's ass what happens to him anymore.
And you?
I'm with Ryuji all the way.
Then it's settled.
By the way, is getting rid of a palace hard? You've tried it before, right?
When did I ever say that?
You're kidding, right?
Huh? What? Were you just pretending to know?
Is it true that you're getting expelled?
On!
Everyone's talking about it.
That asshole's at it again. So you came all this way to tell us that?
You're going to deal with Kamoshida. Let me in on it too.
What?
I can't just sit back and do nothing after what happened to Shiho.
This has nothing to do with you. Don't butt your head into this.
But it does! Shiho's my...
I said don't get in our way!
That was harsh.
We can't take her somewhere like that.
I hope that she doesn't torment herself over this.
I mean, I get what you were trying to do, but still.
When it comes down to it, women don't hesitate.
We just gotta hurry up and deal with Kamoshida. Let's go already.
The moment we cross over, we'll treat each other like phantom thieves. So I hope you're ready.
Huh? Phantom thieves?
Those who covertly sneak in and stylishly steal treasure. That is what we become.
I see. Take from those who are undeserving.
That sounds kinda cool. So we just gotta say the school, Kamoshida's name, and castle. Then we end up in Bizarro World. How the hell's all this work? Someone make it?
Maybe those dreams weren't just, you know, dreams. Look, it doesn't matter who made it. What matters is that it works.
True. There's no point in thinking about it now. We'll show that effing Kamoshida.
Let's go.
They really are going to do something. They're doing something on their phone? A name... a school? Huh?
Alright, time to bust on through!
What is this?
Takamaki?
How did you?
That voice. Sakamoto? And are you?
Why are you here?
How should I know? What's going on? Hey, where are we? Isn't this the school?
I see. Perhaps she was dragged in because of that app thing. If multiple people can enter with the person who uses it, it stands to reason it'll pull anyone nearby.
That makes sense considering how both of us ended up here.
For real?
Wait, so this is related to Kamoshida?
Anyways, you gotta leave!
No!
The shadows are going to find us if you make a scene.
No way! It talked? Oh my god! It's a monster cat!
Monster?
You better explain what's going on! I won't leave until you do!
Looks like we gotta force her. But how are we supposed to do that?
Just take her back to where we came in. That's how it worked last time, right?
Oh yeah! Can you lend me a hand?
I don't know, I'd feel bad.
We can't deal with Kamoshida if we don't.
True, she'll just be a liability.
What are you?
We'll explain after everything's over.
Hey! And just where are you touching?
Whoa, sorry, I didn't mean... That's not important.
You guys, seriously? Ah!
We better be careful from now on when we use that app.
You should have checked the tools you used. Why do I, the one who was just watching, know more about it than you two?
Because you know stuff about palaces more than we do.
Shut up. Ah, jeez. Takamaki found out right when we were starting off. We gotta deal with this fast.
That girl's name is An Takamaki, right? Lady An. The shadows have noticed us. You better brace yourselves. Got it? We're counting on you, Joker.
Joker? That a nickname?
Don't refer to it in such a lame way. It's a code name. What kind of stupid phantom thief would use their real name? I'm not down for that. And there's no telling what kind of effect yelling our real names will have on the palace. It's just a precaution.
So, why is he Joker?
That is an excellent question. Why did you pick Joker?
Because he's our trump card when it comes to fighting strength.
Huh. You know, I'll take it.
It's settled then. Next up is you, Ryuji. You'll be... let's see... Thug.
Are you picking a fight with me? Yeah, I'll choose it myself! When it comes to me, it's gotta be this mask. Honestly, I actually kinda like it. What if we named me after this?
Fine. Why not Skull then?
Oh, that sounds awesome! I'm Skull!
Skull it is.
What do we do about this one's codename?
What do you think?
How about Mona?
Well, if Joker thinks it's easier to call me that, then I'll go with it.
I don't have an opinion either way.
Alright. From here on out, we're Joker, Skull, and Mona. We need to be absolutely thorough about using those code names from now on.
All right.
Okay, and now we can finally run! Hooray! So while we are traversing around in palaces, we can run by holding down the R2 button. This will allow us to travel very quickly, but if there are any enemies nearby, they will immediately notice us if we are running. So, you know, because you're making a lot of noise when you go by very quickly. So this is normal running speed. Normal shadows won't really tell, like, how fast we are. And then this is dashing speed, which does help out significantly whenever traversing a palace. But like I said, shadows will notice you more easily. So it's really, it's most beneficial if you're in an area that you've already cleared out before, or like a puzzle room in which there aren't any shadows. There are various uses to running and various uses as to just normal, you know, going at the normal walking speed. Anyway, though, let's go ahead and get on in here.
Yeah.
I'm ready if you guys are. Okay, so all we need to do is to head on. Oh.
Whoa.
Hey.
Listen up.
You mean you don't know?
Okay, let's go.
Okay, well, no one ever said this was gonna be easy. But yeah, that is going to be our primary objective, is to find the treasure. So, all we have to do is just infiltrate. Oh boy. Damn it. Yeah, but there's only one of them. I'm ready. Let's go.
Remember how I taught you hold-ups and all-out attacks? I'll teach you their practical use now. There's another use for hold-ups, besides simply defeating enemies. Shadows are beings born from people's hearts, so naturally they can talk, too. In other words, you can communicate with them. Get it? If you talk to them when they're cornered, they might offer money or items since they don't want to die. In fact, talking has a better chance of scoring something great, as opposed to just offing them. Well then, let's do the first step. Knock all the enemies down and do a hold-up.
Sounds good. Now, what Morgana says is absolutely true. By communicating with certain shadows, you can get extra money as well as items that you wouldn't be able to get otherwise if you just simply defeated them. However, if you do that, then you don't gain any experience from them. Only from the enemies that you defeat do you ever gain any experience. So it's sometimes better to just simply kill an enemy, or at least kill some of the enemies. That way you can get some experience points in battle. But we've already faced one of these shadows before.
You're all knocked down! That was incredible, Joker!
I'll let you live if you give me some money.
For real?
Didn't I just say that?
Well, something along those lines. Now let it be money or items. Just cough it up.
Sorry.
Wait, what? This isn't how I was planning this to go.
This is awkward.
Anyway, it can't be helped if that's the case. Time for you to go to hell.
For real?
Sorry, but we're in a hurry.
Come on!
I'll let you go. To hell!
What the? What's going on?
Cool! I am thou, thou art I!
What was that just now? What happened?
And that is an example of, well, oh wait, was I mistaken on that? You might still get some experience from battles, but you don't get any additional money. I think I got that a little bit confused. But you do get reduced experience at any rate, so yeah. Also, money is very important, so that's gonna be a bit of a problem.
For real?
You mean that wasn't supposed to happen like that? Crap! Huh. Doing something different. So yes, just like with Persona 3 and Persona 4, our protagonist has the power of the wild card, which allows us to hold multiple personas. So whenever we switch to a different persona, all of the different attributes change. Our magic capability, our physical capability, our defense, our luck, everything about combat capabilities is dependent on what kind of persona that we have, including what kind of attacks we have access to. And what's also very nice is the fact that we can change personas freely until we make some sort of attack. So unlike with Persona 3 and 4, where if you accidentally picked a new persona, but then realized you wanted to switch to something else, and you couldn't, you can freely do any sort of changes regardless, as long as it's within the same turn and before you make any sort of action. So yes, it says you can only change personas once per turn. So if you switch to a persona and then knock down an enemy, you can't change personas after that. So that is one restriction on how many times you can switch personas. But for example, we can use R1 and L1 to switch between Pixie and Arsene. So I can hit persona change, and so now we have Pixie equipped. But then I can go this again and switch back to Arsene. So we can change personas however many times we want until, like I mentioned, we make some sort of action. So with Pixie, she has a healing spell as well as an electric skill, Zeal.
Pixie!
So let's go ahead and attack these things. Let's go, Pixie!
Is that the shadow from earlier? Don't tell me. Did you take in the shadow's appearance and powers as a persona?
And since we did knock it down, let's knock the other one down too.
You're mine.
Okay, now we can just talk to them, but
Do it.
let's go for an all-out attack. Ugh. Okay, next is that one. Not that big of a deal. Skull's looking pretty hurt though, but
Holy! Does that mean you can wield multiple personas?
I suppose it does. So yeah, we did gain quite a bit of experience and money. So, like I mentioned before, you do want to try to balance whether or not you try negotiating with shadows and whether you just straight up kill them.
Dude!
Is this a good thing? Am I going to suffer any sort of side effects?
What did you say?
All right.
Okay, so yeah, when it comes to talking to shadows, we can just demand an item or money, but we can also negotiate with them. This is a feature that isn't seen in Persona, but is very prevalent in the mainline Shin Megami Tensei games. We can talk to shadows and try to negotiate with them, and if we are successful, we can recruit them into our party. Sometimes, if we are somewhat successful, we'll instead get an item. But if we fail, then bad things happen. Alright, so now we can press onward. Well, let's get going. All we gotta do is just navigate our way through here. What the heck is here?
Yeah.
I don't see a way of opening that. We'll be back there later. For now... Okay. Wait right here.
All right.
I'll reveal your true
And we can get into a fight. Now, Ryuji did mention that there was a chest over there, but more importantly, we have shadows to kill. So now we have some new enemies, the Gallows Flower. And now we can actually see the level of the enemies. That is important because we can only recruit shadows whose level is equal or lower to our own. Okay, so I will go ahead and switch to Arsene and try Ahab. Alright, well that was decent. How about Garu? That was decent. Electricity? Damn it. Ow. Okay. I don't see a good way of... Okay, well thankfully these guys aren't that tough, but unfortunately we don't have a weakness to exploit.
Just what I'd expect from you, Joker.
So, if we can't exploit their weaknesses, then we can't exactly get into any sort of negotiations. Which is a little bit of a problem, but hey, that'll be less of a problem when we get some more varieties in terms of our skills. You have to be careful whenever you come back from battle, just so that way enemies don't necessarily see you. Gotta wait for him to turn around. There we go. You are mine.
Show me your true form.
Thankfully, enemies do temporarily disappear if you are very close to them. But they'll come back as soon as you move away just a little bit. Anyway, we've at least fought these guys before, and they are weak to wind.
Just stay there.
Alright, so how demon negotiation works, it's shadow negotiations, but come on, demon negotiations, is that you want to pay attention to the type of shadow. That will determine what type of responses you should give in order to recruit them to your cause. So, this shadow is gloomy. So we need to keep that in mind, and let's go ahead and see how these negotiations work. I'm also just probably going to skip on ahead, as opposed to just letting these play out. I'll keep them up a little bit so you have some idea, but I'll go through these texts a lot faster than some normal texts because we are going to get into a lot of negotiations. So now we need to select a response that best matches the Shadow's personality. I think this one would work. And you see those notes. There are 3 different types of responses that you will get. Notes mean that you selected a proper response. You'll see sweat glands kind of going, like sweat, tears, or whatever. That's kind of a neutral response. And then you'll see like a bit of an anger emotion. If you watch anime, you know what that is. And that indicates a negative response. That sounds tough. And there we go. And so we get Jack-O-Lantern. I'm probably still gonna call him Pyro Jack, because he's always been known as Pyro Jack. But hey, now we have a brand new persona.
Got a new mask, Joker.
So yeah, you see that we get very little experience and no money. That is the trade-off when it comes to negotiating.
Okay.
So, like I've mentioned before, you gotta balance out what actions you do when. So now we have,
Now's our chance to strike. Go.
I'm pretty sure he's weak to electricity? Yeah.
I missed.
Damn it, Mona.
Really?
Okay, so Jack-O-Lantern, we see that he is fire as well as, well, he can use Rakunda, which would decrease an opponent's defense.
Pixie!
However, for this, we're gonna want to switch to Pixie.
There!
Seriously?
Soda!
There we go.
Serves
Like
you right.
someone knock him down. Alright, so this shadow is now irritable. So let's see what we can do about getting its power.
Yeah, fine. Plus kill.
Now, unfortunately, sometimes the effects aren't exactly cut and dry like it was with Jack-O-Lantern. Maybe this one? Hey!
Plus kill.
Don't be picky with how you die. Perfect. And by successfully doing that, we get Bicorn. Now, realistically, it's more so the second response that you want to be on the lookout for. That is a much better indication that you'll be able to succeed in a negotiation, rather than the first one. It's weird, it doesn't average out, but that's just kind of how things go.
Okay.
Alright, but there's a treasure chest here. And we get a silver dagger. So with that, we can head on into our equipment and be able to equip that. So it's slightly more powerful and doesn't even lose any accuracy. Perfect, but it doesn't have an effect. We also haven't seen anything with what Ryuji has. Ryuji's melee weapon is more so like a club or a rod, and his gun of choice is a shotgun. So specifically, it's more like a double barrel shotgun. So he'll have, usually, 2 bullets that he can fire, but they are pretty powerful. Okay, well now that we've got that taken care of, we just move on, and hello.
Hey, look!
A safe room.
This is that place from earlier. What's up with this app? Just said the word Sakamoto said, and I ended up...
Princess?
Huh?
Princess!
Aren't there even more shadows here than before?
Yeah, no kidding, they're freaking everywhere.
Just getting this far has been a real pain in my ass.
It's all because you guys provoked Kamoshida, you know. Still, he seems to be awfully on guard.
Anyways, how are we supposed to steal that treasure thing?
Don't be so hasty. First, we'll need to secure an infiltration route.
What?
A path to the treasure's location. But honestly, I think we'll need a little more manpower in order to accomplish this. At the very least, one more person would be nice.
Hey, you say you don't have your memories and all, but somehow you still know about that kind of stuff? Do you think this thing's really got amnesia?
Well, maybe it's all stuff that he's learned since then. I believe in Mona.
At least you're a step above that moron.
Don't call me a moron! You sure talk big, but what if it turns out you're just some stray cat in the end?
That can't be.
Still, why was a princess in such an odd place?
Princess?
I could have sworn we were pursuing the readings of an intruder. It doesn't matter now. We must take it back to King Kamoshida.
Who's this princess they're talking about?
I should probably look into this.
Mona!
And yet another question goes unanswered. Stuff like the castle and that navigation app are mysterious, but Morgana's got them both beat.
Dude, cone dames.
Oh, crap, sorry. What was I again? Oh, yeah, Skull.
You're hopeless.
This is bad.
That was fast.
Your friend, Lady An. She's been taken by shadows!
What?
Wait, what? We sent her home earlier.
If Lady An does indeed have the app, it could be possible.
Oh no. Don't tell me it got put on hers just like mine.
You only need to be in a palace once to get that?
Damn it! We let her out for her own safety and she just came back in by herself. Damn it.
Yeah, no kidding. Now we could save and end things off here, but honestly, this is rather important.
Yes!
Let's go.